Let me ask you something. What if your next EV had zero fire risk? What if you could charge it from empty to full in the time it takes to grab a coffee? What if the range anxiety you've been feeling since 2012 just disappeared? Everyone's been promising this for years. Toyota's been saying next year since 2018. Samsung, Cattle, QuantumScape, they've all got PowerPoint slides and press releases. But here's the thing. Someone actually did it. BYD just crossed the line from "we're working on it" to "it exists." A real physical production-ready solid-state battery cell. Not a concept, not a lab sample they'll never scale. A 60 amp-hour cell that rolled off their pilot production line in 2024 and is now moving toward mass production by 2027. And if you think this is just another incremental battery improvement, you're not paying attention. This is the moment the EV industry splits into before and after. Let me break down exactly what BYD built, how it works, why it matters, and most importantly, what it means for the car you're going to buy. Okay, quick science lesson, not the boring kind, the kind that actually makes sense. Every battery you've ever used, your phone, your laptop, your EV, works the same way. You've got a positive side, a negative side, and something in the middle called an electrolyte. The electrolyte is the highway that lithium ions travel on when you charge and discharge. In every battery today, that highway is liquid. Think of it like a swimming pool. Ions swim through it easily. But there's a problem. That liquid is flammable. It's the reason EV fires make headlines. It's the reason your phone gets hot. It's the reason charging has to be carefully managed. A solid-state battery replaces that swimming pool with, you guessed it, a solid. More like a sidewalk than a pool. Ions have to push through solid material instead of floating through liquid. That sounds worse, right? Pushing through solid should be harder than swimming through liquid. And for decades, that was exactly the problem. The batteries either didn't work or degraded so fast they were useless. But BYD solved it, and they didn't just solve it. They chose the hardest, most powerful chemistry to solve it with. There are three main types of solid electrolytes: polymers, oxides, and sulfides. Polymers are the easiest. Think of them like a sponge. Toyota started here, but they have low conductivity. They need to be heated up to work well. Not great for a car in winter. Oxides are more stable. Think ceramic. They don't catch fire, they're tough, but they're brittle and hard to manufacture at scale. Then there are sulfides. These are the holy grail. They have conductivity that rivals liquid electrolytes. They're soft enough to be manufactured. They don't need heat to work, but they're incredibly difficult to produce. They react with moisture in the air, so the entire manufacturing process has to happen in a dry room. One mistake and the whole batch is ruined. BYD went straight for sulfides, and that decision is why they're about to win. Here's what's inside BYD's solid-state cell, and this is the part most videos get wrong or skip entirely. The cathode, the positive side, uses single crystal high-nickel material. Single crystal means instead of a bunch of tiny particles glued together that crack over time, it's one solid, unified structure. It doesn't degrade, it doesn't crack, it just works. For thousands of cycles. The anode, the negative side, uses a low-expansion silicon composite. Silicon anodes can store way more lithium than graphite anodes. The problem has always been that silicon expands and contracts dramatically during charging, up to 300% volume change. Eventually, things break. BYD's low-expansion silicon solves this. They've engineered it so the volume change is minimal, which means the battery doesn't tear itself apart over time. And the electrolyte, the crucial middle layer, is LPSC, lithium phosphorus sulfur chloride. It's a sulfide with ionic conductivity comparable to liquid electrolytes. The ions move through it almost as freely as they do through liquid. The result? 400 watt-hours per kilogram. Let me put that in perspective. The current BYD Blade LFP battery, the one that's made BYD the world's largest EV maker, sits around 160 to 180 watt-hours per kilogram. Tesla's best 4680 cell? Around 240 to 260. BYD's solid-state cell? 400. That's nearly double the energy density of what's in your car today. What does that actually mean? It means a battery pack that currently weighs 500 kilograms could weigh 250 kilograms and give you the same range. Or, and this is what BYD is targeting, you could keep the pack size similar and get 1,500 kilometers of range. That's 932 miles. Beijing to Shanghai on a single charge. London to Barcelona. New York to Chicago with 200 miles to spare. And charging speed? BYD is targeting 12 minutes to 80%. 12 minutes. That's not a typo. That's faster than you can eat lunch. Now I know what you're thinking. I've heard this before. Toyota's been promising solid state since 2018. QuantumScape's been 18 months away for 5 years. Why should I believe BYD is different? Here's why. BYD started researching solid-state batteries in 2013. That's 13 years ago. They didn't announce it, they didn't put out press releases, they just worked. In 2023, they demonstrated that mass production was feasible, with multiple cell chemistries. Not just one lucky lab sample, multiple approaches all working. In 2024, they completed pilot production. Actual 60 amp-hour cells rolled off the line. Not coin cells you can hold between your fingers. Real, usable batteries. They tested them at minus 30 degrees Celsius. They worked. In February 2025, BYD's battery CTO Sun Huajun stood on stage at the China All-Solid-State Battery Innovation Summit and said it publicly. Mass demonstration and installation begins around 2027. In April 2026, Chief Scientist Lian Yubo confirmed they've reached the critical breakthrough stage. The engineering challenges are being solved. The question is no longer if. And in May 2026, just a few weeks ago, BYD filed a new patent for a composite solid electrolyte membrane. They're not done innovating, they're accelerating. The Chinese government is backing this hard. They've set a national target for pilot production by 2027. BYD isn't operating in a vacuum. There's an entire industrial policy engine behind them. The first solid-state BYDs will be high-end models, priced above 300,000 yuan, roughly $41,000. Starting around 2027, penetration will be about 5% of BYD's lineup. That's still hundreds of thousands of cars. By 2030, as manufacturing scales and costs come down, solid-state could become the default. And here's the part that should worry every other automaker. BYD says the cost of their sulfide solid-state batteries will be comparable to today's ternary liquid batteries once production volumes are high enough. Comparable cost. Double the range. No fire risk. If that math works out, and BYD has a track record of making math work, the competition doesn't just lose, it becomes obsolete. Let's look at who else is trying to cross this finish line. Toyota has been the loudest. They've announced a solid-state battery every year since 2018. Their latest target is 2027 to 2028, with claims of a 20% range improvement. 20%. BYD is talking about doubling energy density. See the gap? Toyota's approach has hit roadblocks. They've promised world's first so many times it's become a meme. CATL, the world's largest battery manufacturer, is working on solid state, but their near-term focus is their 4th-generation Shengxing battery. Impressive, but still liquid electrolyte. An evolution, not a revolution. Samsung SDI is targeting 600-mile solid-state batteries, real progress, but their timeline is less clear and their automotive partnerships are smaller. QuantumScape? Still working on it, still burning cash, but they don't make cars. BYD makes the battery and the car and the manufacturing equipment. Vertical integration wins this race. Tesla, their 2nd-generation 4680 cell entered mass production in May 2026, supporting 1.2 megawatt ultra-fast charging. Genuinely impressive. But Tesla hasn't shown a credible solid-state roadmap. Their bet is on squeezing more out of liquid chemistry. That strategy works today. But in 2028, when BYD is shipping solid-state cars at liquid battery prices, different conversation. The reality is this. No other company has BYD's combination of battery expertise, manufacturing scale, and vehicle integration. BYD is the only player that controls the entire stack, from lithium mine to battery chemistry to pack design to vehicle platform. When they decide to go all in on solid state, they don't need to convince a partner. They just execute. Let's get practical. What does BYD's solid-state battery actually change for the person watching this video? 1. Safety. Solid-state batteries don't have flammable liquid electrolytes. The thing that causes EV fires is gone. In BYD's testing, their solid-state cells passed nail penetration tests, the most brutal safety test where you literally drive a nail through a charged battery. Nothing. No fire, no smoke, no thermal runaway. 2. Range. Even if BYD only hits 500 kilometers in real-world conditions, that's more than most people drive in a week. The 1,500-kilometer target exists. Even cutting that in half gets you 750 kilometers. Los Angeles to San Francisco and back without charging. 3. Charging speed. 12 minutes to 80% is the target. If they get close, say 15 to 18 minutes, that's still half of what the fastest charging EVs do today. The gap between filling up with gas and charging your EV essentially disappears. 4. Cold weather. BYD tested their solid-state cells at minus 30 degrees Celsius and they maintained discharge efficiency. Anyone who's watched their EV range plummet in winter knows how big this is. 5. Longevity. These batteries could last the life of the vehicle, and then some. And 6. Cost. If BYD hits their target of cost parity with liquid